Namaste to everyone. And while I was here to give a talk on the order of राम सर, आज शाम को जैसे ही मैं आया तो मेरे से पहले पूछते हैं राजेंद्र कोई पावर पॉइंट है? अच्छा, ना तो पावर है ना तो पॉइंट है, पर पावर पॉइंट तो है. And then we had drive to the temple with few faculty and Professor Rajesh was there. So he gave a prolific, profound message to me. When the joy increases, expectations decrease. So I would encourage you to keep your expectations low so that I have joy. If you ever dream of having high expectation, my joy is gone. Please don't do that. And I'm not sure how much Varsha you will have or enjoy. But since Ram sir has ordered me, I have to be here. उन्होंने मेरे को टाइटल दिया था. If you can switch off the lights, at least they will get it clear. Technology and the future of health sector. सर मैंने बिना परमिशन के उसका टाइटल ही चेंज कर दिया, क्योंकि फ्यूचर मुझे मालूम नहीं. मुझे दो चीज़ें मालूम है, पास्ट और प्रेजेंट. फ्यूचर क्यों नहीं लिखा वो मैं आपको बाद में बताऊंगा. So first you heard Nitin sir for the wonderful work he has done. You could see the passion and how he talked. He made each slide. During COVID, I think all of us looked up to a doctor to save us, our relative or friend. So sir, this is our tribute. Every time I speak, I will have this line. Doctor, anyone else, all of us here, we at least had one member, friend or a contact whose life was saved thanks to people like him. And this will continue any time I speak anywhere in the world. Now this is what is digital health, what I define. This is not about fancy gadgets. This is not about great software. Digital health is about a mindset. I think there was a very interesting question on robotics. I'm glad you're going to get Da Vinci, which is the world's most advanced robotics. So it's the changing needs of time. And all that I'm going to talk to you is about digital health. What is happening? What is current? I'm not going to give you a vision of the future because I don't know. So let's talk to the past. What is the past? हम लोग सोचते हैं ना कि डिजिटल हेल्थ कोविड के बाद बहुत एडवांस्ड हो गया, पूरा वर्ल्ड डिजिटलाइज हो रहा है. ऐसा नहीं है. आप पास्ट को देखिए. कैंसर परमानेंटे जो हेल्थ में है, अगर नहीं है तो आप गूगल करना. आई एम सॉरी फॉर मिक्सिंग इट इन हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश because neither I am proficient in English, neither in Hindi. That's my family's contribution to this. So जब कॉन्वेंट में पढ़ाओगे तो इंग्लिश अच्छी हो जाएगी. ऐसा नहीं हुआ, हिंदी भी भूल गया. मैं ट्राई करता हूँ कि दोनों को मिक्स कुछ तो अकल की बात करूँगा. Kaiser Permanente is a large healthcare provider, and the face-to-face consultations went below digital consult way back 10 years ago. ऐसा नहीं है कि कोविड आने के बाद हुआ. अगर आप गूगल करोगे तो इट्स वन ऑफ द मोस्ट रेवर्ड ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस एंड दे डू फैंटास्टिक वर्क इन दिस. तो लोग कहेंगे अमेरिका तो हो ही सकता है, कौन सी बड़ी बात है, बहुत पैसे हैं उनके पास. अफ्रीका चलते, केनिया की बात है. उससे भी पहले वे बैक इन 2008 and 9, 15 million Kenyan cell phone subscribers were mapped to 11,920 cell phone towers. 692 सर्वेलेंस. उनको क्या पता चला जब मलेरिया जिस तरह से स्प्रेड करता था, उसको कैसे पता करें कौन सा मेन एरिया जहाँ, तो लेक विक्टोरिया वो जगह. दे ट्रैक्ड एवरीवन्स मूवमेंट्स, एवरीवन्स कॉल्स, एवरीवन्स एसएमएस. मोबाइल हेल्थ वाज देयर वे बैक इन अफ्रीका. ऐसा नहीं कि कोविड के कारण आया. तो लोग बोलेंगे अफ्रीका, मैंने भी अपना पार्ट किया. अब इंडिया में आ जाइए. इंडिया तो उससे पहले. देयर आर टू सिस्टम्स. आई वुड से ईच वन ऑफ यू शुड look at it and you should be proud of what India does. I visited Arvind Eye Care in 2010-11. हम लोग आज AI और प्रेडिक्टिव एनालिटिक्स की बात करते हैं. उनके पास एक बोर्ड लगा था. तो डॉक्टर अरविंद जो डॉक्टर किम जो उस फैमिली के हैं, ठीक है राजेंद्र, मैं आपको आज बता देता हूँ कितने पेशेंट आएंगे, क्योंकि मेरे पास पिछले कई साल का डेटा हर दिन से मैप है. आज शायद 360 पेशेंट हर साल एवरेज में आते रहे. We were using AI predictive analytics that time, but that was a very primitive form. Search Eye Brain stayed at Arvind for 2 nights to check what they did. I must say that this data I downloaded today morning because I am very bad. I am like a student, one of those sitting on the back benches. I do the work only at the last moment. Presentation भी दोपहर में ही फाइनल किया था. इनका डेटा जो है वो इस तरह का है. अगर आप ये वाला देखो, इसका एक विजन सेंटर्स है, so they are actually hub and spoke. अगर आप टेलीमेडिसिन और डिजिटल हेल्थ हटा दो, these centers will collapse. Shankar Nethralaya and Arvind Eye Care Systems will collapse at that moment. They will not exist, and they have been around for decades. 7,20,083 visits in OPD. These are the remote centers हैं. जब ये लोग देखते हैं किसी पेशेंट को, when they check, so the technicians tell them that you need to visit our Coimbatore or Madurai center. These two hospital chains, Shankar Nethralaya and Arvind Eye Care, are totally based on digital health. So digital health is not new, for me at least not. And I'm just telling you the past. This is what I wrote 7 years back. Software as a drug. So that time probably people felt it was something not very correct. But you can Google now, software as a drug. 2 days back, I hosted both. One who approved software as a drug. Luckily his name is Bakul Patel, an Indian, but led US FDA for 13 years as chief of digital health worldwide. And the one who got is Dr. Anand Iyer. Both I had hosted them in India in the large digital health conference. Software is now as a drug. It is prescribed like a drug in the United States and Germany and reimbursed like a drug, and it has the same impact. This is digital health. So the very field, as Nitin sir, the definition of medicine is changing with time. And so when Ram sir asked me future बताओ, तो future तो मुझे नहीं पता, but that's the way it is changing. This is again what I wrote. So if you really see, we know Arvind, we know Shankar Nethralaya, we know Kenya model, we know Kaiser Permanente. So there are islands of excellence and there are pockets of excellence. This is what I wrote for Economic Times last month. ऐसा नहीं कि digital health India में नहीं है. India में people are doing phenomenal work. AIIMS Bilaspur will have robot Da Vinci robot. Da Vinci is the most advanced robot in the world. Just imagine there will be still a center of excellence in India. There will be islands of ignorance also. People would still ask in India, where is robotic surgery? So our challenge is this. At conferences like this Ram has, I think, brilliantly pioneered. They can bridge the gap between islands of excellence and islands of ignorance. Now let's move to the future. This is a 12-second video.
If you zoom out into the future and you look back, and you ask the question, what was Apple's greatest contribution to mankind? It will be about that.
Just imagine, a company like Apple, which you know for iPhone, iPads, iWatch, Apple TV, they believe the biggest contribution will be in health. So those who think, I think there was questions around the big technology change. What do you think these $2 trillion companies are selling like foods if they think the future is in health? This is not just Apple. This is the next. This is Google's vision about health. That's not enough. This is Microsoft. That's their vision about health. They are all betting big on health. Each company. Amazon. Name a big tech company, they are actually into health. So as I said, 2 days back I hosted the head of Google Health Worldwide. Bakul has now moved from US FDA to head Google Health. Their vision is we have to be in every part of healthcare delivery. Johnson acquired, so Da Vinci is, the competition is going to be Johnson. They're going to launch anytime soon their robotic surgery. In fact, as I was chatting, the guy is coming down to Delhi and they are looking at democratizing the robotics of healthcare delivery. Da Vinci is prohibitively expensive. I hope many will come. So this is how the journey has been as I look at it. So you had enthusiasts, people like me were talking about it a long time back, and people used to say rather than say gimmick, don't waste your time. And the fact is there were multiple people who championed the case of digital health. Big tech jumped in. Some of them closed their shop also in that. COVID-19 came and it's time for taking that. That's how if you look at 4 phases of digital health. So what's the revolution like? So I also wrote a bestseller in this area called Digital Health Truly Transformational. It's like a 600 pages covers every specialty, every aspect of technology, every disease, how technology is shaping it. And this was a 127 nation study I led for this book. This was being done during the peak of first week of COVID. If you look at this number, only 3% say I am not comfortable using digital health. That means a vast majority will take to digital health. In fact, they would not like to be with a doctor who doesn't use digital tools. If you look at this, platform for seeking medical information. If you are seeking medical information, 8 out of 10 will go to net. So I think healthcare people and providers will have to be where the patients are. That's on the net. When it comes to health related, there is a difference between health and medical. I'm sure by now, after watching this presentation, you have understood. 1 out of 2 will go to the net. That's where health is going to be. And when we asked this question, this was actually a study that was done all across the world, but this was done through people who use internet. So I'm sure it will have its own shortfalls, but nevertheless it still represents 8 out of 10 say it will impact healthcare for the next 10 years. So there is a message, like what Dr. Nitin said, I could see clear messages, right from his checklist to how they make it like, infection proof. And he had multiple messages for people across sectors, not for health, if you really applied your mind. I don't want to repeat that, but I was just thinking those who would think what his presentation was not just about OTs. It was about doing anything perfectly, fail-proof and failure-proof. So when you look at this presentation, those who are into technology, I met 2 of them who had technology background doing management. You have a lot to deliver on this. This is also very interesting. You look at what are the options, why did people use digital health? I had no choice. My patients sought my advice using digital. I was asked by my employer. It was an equal need from patient and from provider side. Of course, 1/4 didn't do it at all. They didn't want to. And this was a study I led as the first wave was tapering. In October, this was a 38 nation study. And this study, you can look at it. Adopt digital health in my practice gradually. That was what we asked, like what's your future, what do you want to do? Adopt digital health in fast track manner. I will not do digital consultation besides face-to-face consultation. But again, this number of people said, I may go back to my face-to-face consultations only. Now this is very interesting for those who asked, will it continue? During COVID and post-COVID, look at the gap. It's not much. So we believe that the momentum that has been around is not fading out. It's going to be there. What's the impact? How can we look at what is the impact of digital technologies? Is it really making an impact? So this is what it is. So 83% of the pregnant women change their decisions based on the online information. That's massive. I went in depth of all of these studies to quote them in my book of which specialty they are making an impact. So if expectant mothers are going to internet and changing their decisions, it has a bearing on practitioners. You cannot be disconnected from your practice. Sorry. So patients use social media to augment their health information, not to replace the doctor. That's what they say actually. For plastic surgery, 59 to 70% of the potential patients found their plastic surgeons for surgical procedures through internet. And 1 out of 5 people had a smartphone and have at least one health app on their phones. So if we said that either patients or providers can stay out of digital health based on their eminence, I would call it's terribly wrong to think. It's going to be evidence and which is going to be technology. So this will change, as I say, eminence-based care to evidence-based care. So what kind of social media things are happening? This is very interesting if you look at from specialty standpoint. So 4 out of 10 people get influenced by social media on the choices of their care provider. So now you know why doctors, why providers are there on the social media on the net. Patients prefer doctors who use email. 4 out of 10 are influenced by social media and how they deal with their health. All of us check. Lot of time Instagram stories come. If you apply this, this can happen. Of course it doesn't happen. But then Instagram is out there for people. So on disease medical conditions, significant source of information is Facebook, unfortunately. I'll not call it fortunately because there's not verified information, but still it is. Clinicians, which are younger lot, are using Instagram to share photos and videos. And nephrology, they are using Twitter. So look at the way the vast expanse of medical practice is looking and how patients are looking at it. how clinical practice is becoming digital since there are not many doctors. So I'll be like very, very deep on this. I mean, I'm just saying it's AI and digital consultation. So for every specialty, it is the technology which is changing. So now there are pacemakers which are embedded with IoT where their entire things can go straight to the doctors. And this is actually done. Medtronic has it. Digital dentistry, I have seen 2 hours from here in Ajman in UAE. And I'll show you a quick video of how they are doing in pharmacy. So the dental implants happen in one sitting. You go there, they'll take their size, they will 3D print, implant you, same thing, send you back home. And this is an Indian who does it. His name is Dr. Tumbe Mohiddin, runs the Gulf Medical University. And this is, as we speak, he's doing it. Earlier people used to go, get their checkup, give their size, color, 2 weeks for implants to come and then do it. 3 visits, it's done in 1 visit. Digital endocrinology, I have a video I hosted, Anand, as I said, 2 days back. Software is a drug and how it's changing diabetes care, I'll show you. Family medicine, in the UK, there is a practice called GP at hand. They promise a doctor consultation in 60 seconds. It's now a $4.3 billion company. You should look at it. Babylon Health. So same, robotics, dental and digital surgery, gerontology. I think someone talked about senior citizens. There are virtual committees, there are mobile labs, there are holograms. So microbiology, I think I was talking to a gentleman here saying I did my internship or the dissertation on pathology. So it's the best application and use case is AI, is in radiology and pathology. Nephrology again, digital consultations, remote patient monitoring and health assessments. Same with digital neurology, digital trackers, augmented reality, virtual reality, and OBG and Gyan and urology are 2 fields where anyway they use robotics much earlier. So yeah, this term is not known to you, so I'll say SDM is shared decision making. So patients actually are a part of the decision making thanks to digital tools. I'm not going to spend more time because the words are same. Mostly it's like only in digital psychiatry it is the cognitive behavioral therapy which is technology driven now. Digital consultation, robotics, simulation. So nowadays surgeons practice. So if I have to do a complicated surgery, I can simulate and check what exactly should I be doing through a software and then go and do a precise surgery because of that. They can't do mistakes in the surgery. So this is happening. Digital pulmonology, again, AI, ML and VR. So what is important is that we should understand these numbers very clearly for those who think how technology will impact. 80% of the consumers said important benefit of aerial technology is potential to make their healthcare more convenient. It is actually. I for a long time used to wear smart rings. I lost it somewhere. So with that small ring, I never wear a watch. It would give me all the vitals. Non-intrusive. Don't have to think about wearing a watch during sleep. That small ring, it was called a motor ring, I bought it. It would give me all the vitals. I mean, why should I worry about someone telling me how much steps I need to take, what's my heart rate, what my sleep pattern. So 80% of the tasks handled by doctors now will be handled by technology. This is a fact. Those of us who have chronic patients at home actually do not go to doctor every time. We have got glucose monitors, we have got BP machines, and we have many more devices. I think during COVID we also started getting SpO2 devices at home. So most of these tasks will move to digital assistants, which Dr. Rahman and I have been discussing, and free doctor spacious time. This is interesting for those who still think that I have a big name in my practice, I don't care about technology, I still do my practice. Not really. When a millennial walks into your clinic and says, "Sir, do you use technology?" You say, "No." "Okay, I'll come again." They will not like to talk to a doctor who doesn't use technology. That's the fact. That's proven. So mobile has emerged as a preferred medium to manage health conditions. 1 or 2 apps are used to manage a health condition. Like 50% of the patients do that. And 1/3 of the professionals believe that patients who use technology manage health better. This is proven. There is enough evidence there. And look at this. For those who are into a cardiac consultation, if you were given 2 choices, traditional methods, a doctor uses a traditional method, will look at 7 attributes of a heart rate to achieve 56% efficiency, you get 10,000 attributes and 90% efficiency. So I have been asked in conferences, why would I go to a robotic device and why should I not go to a doctor? And sorry for offending doctors here. I say, if you get a chance to get an important surgery, where a doctor says I am practicing for 50 years, after 50 years definitely you'll have cognitive decline. But there's a robotic instrument that says I have 99% accuracy, which will be your choice? The numbers are out here. I think eventually, as evidence mounts, medical practice will be technology driven. We like this statement or not, but that's the truth. There are pills which are approved and are in practice, which are digital pills. If you take it, they throw back the data on what's going on. The guy who got the first US FDA approved digital therapeutics, as we call it, was in Delhi showcase. I'm going to play a short video of how they manage diabetes now. This is well-known Blue Star. Again, an Indian who got it approved. Here it is.
As the prevalence and cost of type 2 diabetes continues to skyrocket, one thing is clear. Traditional treatment regimens don't work alone. People with diabetes not only need to be more connected to their care team, but they also need guidance on how to better self-manage their disease all day, every day. Introducing WellDoc's Blue Star, the first FDA-cleared mobile app for people with type 2 diabetes. Blue Star engages users with a self-guided and highly personalized experience, to the tune of more than 20,000 coaching messages and an average of 13 to 24 in-app actions per user each week. Blue Star serves up this precise coaching at the exact moment a person needs it, on or offline. Most importantly, Blue Star helps people significantly reduce their A1C by an average of 2 points, typically within 3 to 6 months. To correlate this decrease in A1C to cost savings for health plans and employers, WellDoc worked with Truven Health Analytics, and their analysis was staggering. Blue Star was shown to save an average of $254 to $271 per user per month.
So just imagine, for any diabetic, getting your HbA1c down by 1 to 2 points is inconceivable. It's really difficult. If this app can do that, it's proven and approved by US FDA for any endocrinologist, this is the therapy. And what he's doing next is very important. So if your sugar is like high and you take insulin and you feed in, normally the titration was done by a doctor saying, okay, you can take X units, you can take Y units. This app will tell you. You have 3 choices. One is continue with what you do your regimen. Second is reduce your dose, increase your physical activity, keep your meals. And the third choice, reduce your dose, this activity and this diet. And now he's gone to the next level because all restaurants in the US have a calorific value. So you can actually tell that you can pick up an item number 7 on the menu 1 mile from here and take X doses of insulin. So that's the level disease management has moved to. You actually don't need a doctor to titrate it for you. And it is done on every meal basis. This is FDA approved, so though there is nothing future, it is actually passed now. And he is doing same for hypertension, he is doing same for other diseases. This is a video I prepared because I visited this Medicity in Ajman, which is run by Dr. Tumbe Moideen. What I looked at, he told me that I have a robotic pharmacy. I said, Dr. Tumbe, I want a video of this. He sent this video, he prepared this video. This is actually a live robotic pharmacy. Things that are not theoretical. I know them, I have seen them, they are friends. This is what is the present. And this is run by an Indian, he is from Kerala in UAE. I will not be surprised he can bring it to India. The next one is more interesting. All of us know family members or friends who are on multiple medication. It is actually very tough to break a pill into two and give them when they have multiple medication pain. And look at what these guys are doing.
PillPack is a new kind of pharmacy. We package your medication and deliver it directly to your door. All you have to do is tear and take your next dose. Managing your medication has never been easier. Here's how it works. Each month, we'll sort your meds, including any vitamins and OTCs, into easy-to-open packets. Need other items like inhalers, creams, or testing supplies? We can send those too. We'll work directly with your doctors and insurance to resolve any issues. We'll adjust your medication if your prescriptions change, and we'll automatically handle all of your refills so you never have to worry. If you have questions or need to make an update, our pharmacists are available 24/7. Getting started is easy. You'll need your insurance information and a list of current medications.
So you have entire spectrum. I have one more.
Start by walking up to one of these iPads to check in. What's cool about this is this shows you your playlist of the day. It shows you what you have to get through. So we take the opportunity of having you here to go ahead and get a whole bunch of information, what we call your baseline of health, so we can start to look towards the future. And so the first thing that you're going to see in your playlist is that the body scanner is kind of the first way that we do that. So why don't we go ahead and hop over and I'll show you how that works. So just go ahead and take your left hand and lie it flat right there, and then you just want to slide 2 fingers into that and push forward. Any two? Any 2 fingers. Okay. Yeah, just push forward. And so what's cool is just in 45 seconds we get all this information, and then that's channeled straight into the exam room for you and your doctor to go over, but it's also sent down to your that we realized early on, and it's kind of obvious, is that people don't like walking around with their warm pee in their hands, right? So here, after you go ahead and pee in the cup, you just go ahead and toss it right in there, and then this will actually take it automatically into the back of house to be processed for you. Great, so when you come in, let's say you're more focused on wellness, right? I want to sleep better, exercise more, lose weight. We send you home with one of these sensors. And so what's cool about these is all of them, constantly when you use them, are sending data back to your doctor here. So your doctor can go ahead and keep an eye on your health, not just when you're here, but even when you're gone.
Well, Adrian, thank you so much for showing.
Now I come back to the policy, which I think I should thank my former boss, the health minister. He gave me absolute freedom to write. Luckily I had good bosses who didn't interfere. He said, you draft the policy the way you want. I'm just going to talk about the digital health ecosystem. Why I wrote this word ecosystem. So went on to depth to qualify, because bureaucrats never wanted these words. They probably didn't know. They said, write sir, ICT. I said, no. You need to write e-health, m-health, cloud, Internet of Things, variables, etc. Luckily, we were all very ready when COVID struck us. We didn't do anything, it was all ready. So digital health was covered in detail, and look at the result. We also hosted the program director who built e-Sanjeevani in Delhi. And we should be proud as Indians. All started during COVID. This started on 13th April. As on October 15, Delhi consultation are 6.72 million. e-Sanjeevani Health and Wellness Centers 5.84 million, and e-Sanjeevani OPD 0.9 million. And Prime Minister is saying, get treatments at the doorsteps. They devised the software, and we're going to release the next version, which is going to come soon. We can do 500,000, probably more consultations every day. This is the data again I downloaded till October end. Look at the numbers, it's mind-boggling. When I talk about this in US, they are shocked. 254 million Ayushman Bharat accounts. Look at the health records links, 23 million. Look at verified health facilities. Look at how the number of Ayushman Bharat health accounts are being created. So these are live numbers. Thanks to digital health, all data is available in public domains. So what I say is this, that conventional practitioners can't deliver health to a new age patient. Even old people, which we call old, I would not suggest them as old. In the US we call them older adults. They can't deliver. And conventional ways of treating a patient are over. If you don't use technology, it will not. This is a very good slide to sum up of my observation. Gaming was a disorder according to ICD-10. ICD-11. 2 years later, it became a solution to treating a disorder. That is how digital health is disruptive. A disorder is used to treat a disorder. So those of us who think that what's the future of digital health, it could be more. The new age doctor, as I called, is expected to be clinically competent and technology proficient. And I would end up with saying, if you are not in digital health, you are not in it. Thank you so much. We have these two initiatives trying to do all this.